So I have been trying to connect my CC3200 LaunchPad to Azure for a couple of weeks. I've been following some tutorials and I've been doing this and that, but it's been quite a painful process. So I thought now that I figured out how it works, I would show you so you can speed up that process. So the first thing you need to do is go to Azure, Microsoft.com. By the way, I will not show you how to set up the IoT Hub because it's so easy. I will just concentrate on how to configure the LaunchPad instead. So what you do is you select a device. In this case, is the 3200 platform, the only one that is available, and then C as a language. And if you continue scrolling down, then you will see here start the instructions on how to do it. So of course, you need a few things. You need the LaunchPad. You need to set up your IoT Hub. It's actually quite easy, and you need to create your device and get its credentials, which is also quite easy, so I won't go through that. But you will need also the Azure IoT SDK. To do that, to download that, make sure that you're using the recursive flag when you're cloning the Azure SDK. Otherwise, it happened to me, some files were missing, and then you will get a lot of errors that you don't really know what's going on. So install everything in CTI. It's a recommendation, easier to follow. And this I will not show you either because it's just install certain packages. You have to install the Uniflash tool. Just go through the link and install it, and again everything under CTI. You have to install the SDK 1.1. If you follow this link, it would actually take you to 1.2, and this is not the one you want. The service pack, you can actually use that. I used it and it was no problem, but you need to go down here, press there, and then 1.1 is here. To download a little bit, go down, and there you have it. So no, it's not there. Where is it? Here it is, SDK 1.1. So you go there and you download it again to the CTI file folder. Okay, so then you install that. Nothing strange. You install the NS package. This is like a folder with stuff that you copy to CTI, and then the compiler. Once you've done everything, it has to look. Let me show you. Here's how your folder, TI folder, I have it with capital letters, but that doesn't matter. This is how your TI folder should look like. You should have the Azure IoT SDK. This is actually developed by Microsoft, so if you have problems with that, you have to contact Microsoft. You can actually contact them on their GitHub. They answer very fast, actually. This is the service pack. Download that, and then I have the other SDKs for other projects. This is the 1.1 that you need, so make sure you have that installed. The NS compiler, XTC tools. I mean, this is the one that we will use, and I think this is the one I'll show you, because once you have installed everything, you have to go, as the instructions say, you say edit the product.mak. So that is in here, Azure, C, build all, and then you have here. So open it with a notepad or whatever you have, and this is how your products.mak should look like. So this is the path to the exit tools, to the N as, here's the SDK 1.1. Make sure you have 1.1 and not 1.2 because it won't work. And this is the compiler. So make sure your file looks exactly the same like this, okay? When you've done that, you save it. And then let's continue here. Let's see where else. Yeah. Make sure that you use backslash in all the paths when you're writing on the products.make. So we've done that, and then say open Windows command. I recommend you use git shell. Let's run that. You can download that from GitHub. Yeah, and then back up, and then let's go to TI, and then it tells us here what we need to do. Let's see this so we don't go too far. Here it is. So we have to go up there. So, and once we are there, we will have to do a clean. So, and then we will have to compile the thing. So, all files completed, everything was successful. So if we go through the instructions again, then it says, okay, let's go to Azure IoT, C serializer sampled HTTP, and there we will open simple sample HTTP. And there we will add the connection string for the device you want to send the data to. So let's do that. We go back, we go to Azure C serializer samples HTTP. And here we have it. Okay, edit. And here you have to add the connection string to your device. Is the hostname, device ID, and the shared access key. For obvious reasons, I cannot show you that, but if you open your device explorer, and let's say that you want that device, what you need to do is to copy this connection string. So right click and copy data for the selected device, and then you just copy everything from host name to the actual device key. So when you've done that, you just close the file and save. And then it says go to main C, search for user step and update current daytime macros. So let's do that. We continue the path, and here is our main C. Edit. User. There you go. And today is the 8th of June 2016, and it's 8 o'clock. More or less. I actually asked Microsoft why they wanted us to put a date on it and a time, and they said it was due to the actual certification that you need to validate your connection to the cloud. So you'll see what I mean later. So you change that, save. Let's see what else we need to do. We have to go to Wi-Fi config in the same folder. Let's see where that is. It's here. And we have to update our internet connection. So let's do that. So here you write the name of your Wi-Fi, and here the password of your Wi-Fi. That's all you need to do. When you're ready, you press save. And once we've done that, we're ready to compile this simple sample http.bin file, which is the file that we will actually flash into the Texas Instruments card. So for that, we need to go here. So we go here and we back down one more. And once we are there, we compile again. First we will make a clean there, and then we will build it. So there's a lot of warnings, but it is working, so you don't have to worry about them. So once we've done that, what we need to do is to flash this into the Texas Instrument LaunchPad. There's one thing that we need to do first, and is to make sure that our Windows machine recognize the LaunchPad. So if you go to the device manager, your LaunchPad should be here, and it will show you the COM port that it's been connected to. In this case, mine is COM4. So if you see it here, then it's fine. Just make a note of the COM port. And now we start Uniflash. New target configuration. I have one, but just to show from the beginning. Okay. Now you have to make sure that you have your LaunchPad in like programming mode, and for that you have to have this G15 jumper on. There is actually instructions on that. If you have questions, let me know, but it is everywhere that if you want to program the CC3200, you have to have this jumper on. So put it on, press reset, and then change the COM port to the port that your launchpad is. Mine is on 4, as you saw. So format. So service pack programming. If you remember, I have the service pack here. So it wants the bin file. Perfect. Now you click on this and then you browse to, you remember that we were creating this simple sample http.bin file. We have to browse it now. We have to find it and point it there. And this is in the Azure C serializer samples HTTP. There it is. Okay. Erase, update, verify, and we need to add the certificate trust. You see Baltimore Cyber Trust to this location. Okay, so I'll show you how to do that. You go to Operation, Add File, and then delete all that. You add that one, and now we have to find our certification, which is, let's do it from the beginning, Azure C cert, and here you have it. So you point in there. So you go back up and program. So what this will do is will load the .bin software or file into our launchpad. And if we've done everything correctly, then everything should work. So what we're going to do now, this is now the last steps. So we have to open a serial session or a serial connection with the launchpad. Here are the settings that we need to have. To do that, we will use PuTTY. And you just download it. I mean, this is a free software. We have COM4. None. Then you go back up session, and then here you press on serial and open. Okay, so if everything works, if you press on the reset button on your launchpad, the program should start, but you have to remember to remove the jumper again. I had it on actually. So let's press reset again. Yeah, now it works. Excellent. Now, is this actually sending something? To see that, let's close it again. Yes, and we open our device explorer. We go to our device, and you have to start monitoring before you actually start PuTTY, otherwise it won't work. I did it the other way around and it just didn't show anything. So let's get the settings correctly again. Session, yeah, open, and now press reset. And if it's working, then we should see something in the device manager. You see? Excellent. So if I press again, awesome. So now you see that it's actually sending data to my hub. So this is it. I really hope that this will help you start with your LaunchPad and Azure a little bit faster than it was for me. If you have any questions, just let me know. I might be able to help. Okay, bye.